Welcome back, friends. It's been a couple days, a few days, since I've done a recording. And today we are going to look at how to close off the 2023 year and lean into the next new year. So I've done this the last couple years on this channel and helped you understand that January 1st to January 21st is always this 21-day closing off cycle before we start the actual new year on the 22nd. So I'm going to lean you into what the 2023 year, give you a quick little reminder what it was all about, so that you can use the next 21 days to reflect and close off that cycle, so that those energies aren't holding you back or doing anything that you feel haven't been closed off. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk about the 2023 year, and then on January 22nd we're going to lean into the new year. Okay, let's go share screen. And I will be using genetic matrix this year because my bodygraph, mybodygraph.com, that used to have this beautiful process of utilizing the transit, has changed its user experience. And also, it's come to my attention, and this is going to be contrary to what many human design people tell you, including myself in the past, is that Maya Mechanics, Jovian Archive, they were always the most accurate. And actually, it's come to my attention that in February, Jovian Archive actually had indicated that they were using a system that was outdated and that was incorrect. And Genetic Matrix, I asked them about it, and they let me know that they use the most up-to-date information around daylight savings time and when all of that changes. So each place is a little bit different. So they actually are the most accurate chart. Now, this is going to go against what a lot of human design people tell you. So you're going to notice that I will be pulling you into Genetic Matrix quite a bit more. Again, there's an affiliate link below if you want to utilize Genetic Matrix for your videos and for your chart readings. All right, so let's take a look at where we were. On January 22nd, 2023, the background frequency had two channels. Anytime there's a channel, you want to really pay attention to that because it is an important energy field, because there's a strength there in the energy field that is helping us, it's supporting us, or it's sharing something with us, or it's empowering us. And for example, in the 2023 year, we had support and sharing as two of the energy fields that was really important. Okay. And in my experience and my experience in my mentorship group, creating tribes was so important for the 2023 year as well. Sharing experiences became so profound in the energy field. Okay. Now, this energy field is still available to us until January 21 of 2024, okay? Because we do not take a switch until January 22nd. So today I'm recording this, it is December 31st, but I'm recording it today so that you can close off the 2023 cycle. I've done this a couple years on this channel where we've taken January 1st to January 21, and we've taken the energy and we've been able to journal out and close off the last year so that we can really lean into a new year of manifestation when the new human design new year comes to fruition. So let's just take a look at this, okay? When we take a look at the 4130, everything always starts off with the 41.1. That's why we have a Rave New Year, because that's when the 41st gate, the sun re-enters the 41st gate, first line, first color, first tone, first base. Okay, that's the moment that that start codon begins us a new energy field. Okay, and always what the 41.1 is asking us is to get really reasonable about what we're going to contract and decrease down into as a focus for our next experience. So if you've been on this channel before, you've heard me say the start codon is actually like the genetic material in our DNA. And every time a sequence is done, we start with this start codon, and that start codon contracts down to, okay, I'm going to make a cell for a finger. I'm going to contract down and now make a cell for a liver, or make a cell for a fingernail. Okay, so it's always contracting down into one reasonable objective for the next sequence so that creation can happen. And the 31.1, well, this is influence, but guess what? This keynote is manifestation. These two are partnering pairs, the 41 and the 31. So in order for your manifestations to have influence on the collective, it is asking you to reasonably pull down and contract into one manifestation at a time. That's what it's asking you to do. So every single starting year, you're going to see this January 22nd of 2024. Every starting of every new year, we have this exact same pairing that gets us to contract down, get really reasonable so that we can manifest, influence, and lead ourselves and the collective into a new future. Okay? So I just want to bring that to your attention because you're going to hear me repeat that same story on January 22nd of 2024. So every year we start with this. Now, the 4130 is all about fantasy, imagination, but is also recognition and accepting what is, and really leaning into allowing for the fates to help us. But we have to be reasonable, okay? We have to be reasonable and contract down, lean in so that we can then expand out, okay? So that we can expand out. So we have 21 more days, okay, for us to utilize this really powerful energy of recognition and fantasy so that we can move quicker into the 2024 manifestation as we close off the 2023 manifestation. As well, we had the support of synthesis. This is being sensitive. So the 2023 year was saying to us, hey, you have to really understand, who are you connecting with? What kind of bonds are you creating? What kind of bonds do you need to let go of? The undefined spleen, gate 44, alertness to patterns. This was also the nodal configuration. Nodes are always a trajectory. So the keynote for the 24.2 is also recognition. It's this rationalizing and returning, but recognizing what pattern, okay, what pattern are we trying to manage? That's what the 42.2 is indicating, management. What are we trying to manage here? Okay, so it was asking us to get really clear on this so that our bonds and our imagination and our fantasy could go forward for us, could allow us to, that background frequency was supporting and sharing this energy with us and empowering us to look and see and recognize, like, we are powerful beyond what we're told we are. Okay? So again, you got 21 days to now reflect on this and start to really, close off this energy field. The 58 when I see this 58, I have the 18 hanging, so I know that the 58 is always a really important energy to have around for me. I have lots of like that energy in my life with other people because they show me what does joy really mean? What is vital, what isn't vital. And the 2023 year said to us, it's vital for us to understand that we are all living in a limitation. However, when we accept that limitation, we can become very resourceful. That's what the 60.3 indicates to us. Okay. And the 58.6 is saying when we maintain joy, when we get carried away in the joy, we can then identify, okay? We can identify and maintain an identification of who we are, how our joy operates in our lives. And that energy was present for us in 2023 for us to really understand what joy do we need to feel inside? How can we accept our limitation and be joyful about it? Okay? And then the 36, I love the 36. The 36 is still going to be a theme, and so is the 60 in the 2024 year because they are the outer planets of Neptune and Pluto. Okay? So those two are still going to be available. So when we look at the 36, it's all about crisis, but it's about this resistance and the capacity to persevere in crisis. Now, we are watching the predictions that Ra has through the voice around how the 2027 year is going to shift us and how our structures in our world are actually falling down. Okay? So this crisis is playing a part of 2023 and 2024 because we have to understand that those structures are going to crumble. Now, how are we dealing with this crisis? How are we dealing with this crisis? We're being, shared, that all the crisis is being shared with us so we can understand how we are going to deal with it. Gate 2, higher self. Well, I will tell you right now that there has been such an awakening this past 2023 year with so many people even in my circle that really didn't, they didn't really believe. They kind of thought it was a little weird. They're like, whoa, now we totally see it. So this higher self has been speaking deeply to the entire collective, and because it comes through Uranus, it's very unusual how it shows up, but it gives us this capacity to hermit and lean into our own genius, lean into our own direction, lean into our own higher self. So the uptick of meditations and hypnotherapy and things like human design and astrology, that was a big movement for 2023 because they are all connecting us to this space, this higher self, this monopole energy that is available in that G center. Okay. And again, it all comes back to who are we pair bonding with? And were we accepting what is so that we can transcend the limitation of what is, use that joyous energy to walk through crisis, to recognize the patterns, to really lean into our higher self and manifest what we are desiring and manifest what is correct for us to manifest. Okay. Now, if we look at the 16th gate, I love this 16th gate. It's so fun. The 16.4, this is all about support and the recognition of others. Now, it sounds funny because it's in the collective, but it's actually, that's a part of the keynoting for this particular gate and line value. So the 16 skill, it's enthusiasm, but this is also identification. So the 58 was indicating to us, okay? The 58 was indicating, listen, it's important for you to maintain your identity. Well, what's your identity? It's your higher self. And when we maintain that identity of higher energy fields, of higher knowing, I don't really like to use levels, but that's the keynoting. That we can then get really enthusiastic, and we can support other people, we can lead other people, and we can recognize when other people are also leaning into their highest and best version of self. So in my mentorship group, I am watching this. I love it. I'm watching people just blossom and open up into these states of bliss, into these states of going, oh, I can totally accept myself. And that's the whole point of human design. The whole point of human design is to say, listen, the mechanics don't lie. Let those mechanics work through you. And then when we look at the 17th gate, I love the 17th gate as well because it visualizes patterns. It sees patterns, and it'll give you its opinion on the pattern. And of course, I follow a plethora of individuals on YouTube and all of that, and it's so fun to watch the opinions and patterns be seen through other people's eyes and their perspective. Okay, so there's an openness here. That's what the keynote is. The keynote for the 17.1 is openness. So it's this openness to see patterns. And what did we notice in 2023? Again, a deeper awakening to the higher self and to the crisis of how the cross of planning is going away. We're watching all of this. We're watching people come to human design in droves, because they are seeing these patterns. They are actually open to witnessing all of this stuff go on. So we're going to watch for the next 21 days. This crescendo of energy is going to start to come down, and we're going to lean into 2024. Okay, but you want to take this, okay? You want to take this chart, you want to take this energy, and you're going to want to take for the next 21 days. And again, if there's a response, I will be here to journal and close off your 2024 or 2023 year by recognizing, how did this all play out for you? What did you see? How did you interact with it? Because that's all we're doing. We're taking our human design charts and we're sitting in the monopole. So I look at it as like a merry-go-round, right? The sky clock is going around us. We hold true and steady to our monopole, okay? And then we go, oh, all of this energy is available out there. How are we interacting with it? Okay. So I watch this stuff just play out. I just watch it in the energy field. I watch it through others, how they awaken. Okay. So again, my invitation to you and my ask to you is, can you take the next 21 days and get really clear on closing off and celebrating how you saw this energy, how you use this energy, and then we will lean into, and maybe, just maybe, January 22nd, we'll do a 21-day manifestation process for the 2024 year, okay? Because the 2024 year, in my opinion, I feel is a real jaw-dropping energy, okay? So play with that. Now, if you want to get really good at looking at a chart and being able to play in a chart, the self-study and the mentorship is the place for you. That's what we do. And we meet 6 times a month and we play in people's charts. We look at your chart, we look at people's charts in your lives. And we just go through them and go, yeah, well, the story plays out and we all learn from the story. And when I'm looking at a chart, I help my analysts go, oh, okay, it's like dough, right? We're going to take this and we're going to blend it in here and blend it in here and blend it. And we just keep kneading and kneading and kneading this energy field. And it becomes such a beautiful, pliable way to look at a chart, read a chart, and not have any expectations, not have any holdbacks of how the energy field may or may not play out. Okay. So if the self-study and the mentorship is something that you're leaning into, know that there is a payment plan. And we would love to have you interact with us in there so that you can look at a chart like this and go, oh, I totally get it. Like, this is a background frequency. It's not me. I don't have to say that this energy is mine. I can just interact with it, play with it, and move forward. Okay? So I will see you possibly for the next 21 days, but I'm kind of leaning into, let's do a 21-day manifestation starting January 22nd. I think that's going to be more powerful for the 2024 year. Again, it's an 8-year, right? 2 + 2 + 4 is an 8-year. And 8s are my number. I love 8s. So maybe we'll play in that. But close off 2023 with celebration, with recognition, with awareness, with a sense of higher self. Go deeper into it for the next 21 days and allow for you to close that off so that 2024 can be what it needs to be for you. Okay? I really greatly appreciate you all. And let's, we can celebrate the Gregorian calendar if you like. I would recommend that you pull yourself into the rave energy and the human design energy, because really it just kind of goes, right? It kind of goes with all of the true cycle of Earth. Okay, so have fun and enjoy whatever you choose to do.